Alright, so I didn't record it, but I do have a pickup here I'm going through. I just kind of wanted to use this as a learning moment, so I was too shy to kind of say no to this deal, but all this stuff reeks like cigarette smoke, like really bad.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
There's also a box Genesis, so I'm going to do a bunch of trial and error, and I'm going to report back on to see if I can get the cigarette smoke out of a lot of this stuff, and also test it and see if it works. So yeah, let's see how this project goes. Alright, so step one was wiping them all down with some Clorox wipes. So step two is I'm going to put a lot of these items in a plastic bag. Bigger stuff I'll keep in this box and hit them with some dryer sheets. And after that, I'm gonna look to air them outside or with a fan and see how it goes. So I'll keep you posted. All right, so here's a quick update. This is all the stuff I put in a Ziploc to be kind of drenched in with these dryer sheets. And so I only have about 3 dryer sheets in the box. I figure this stuff needs to be aired out anyway. I don't think a dryer sheet's gonna help with these bigger, bulkier items. But these smaller ones, we can kind of suffocate them with the dryer sheets and hope for the best. So I'm gonna let these sit for 2 days and check them out soon. All right, so let this stuff sit in some dryer sheets for about 12 hours. And actually, all this stuff here smells pretty good. All of it smells like dryer sheets, which is really good, but I quit on the consoles. I couldn't do it. The box for the Sega Genesis just smells too terrible, and the Dreamcast, I can't get it out, and I don't have the tools to really open it up, so I think I'm just gonna call those a loss. I guess this is kind of a lesson for me because I'm very, I guess, I don't want to say shy, but I'm not very confrontational, so I didn't really have the chance to tell him, no, I don't really want to pay this amount because, well, it was $200. I don't want to pay $200 because it all smells like smoke. But at the same time, $200 is still a really good deal. So I don't know, definitely not the best pickups I've had. And I wanted to share it because, you know, not all pickups can be home runs. So hopefully that could be a lesson. But yeah, so in addition to this stuff here, I also picked up a Dreamcast and a box Sega Genesis. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna be very open and I'm gonna post them on OfferUp and, you know, be upfront and say these have a cigarette smell, and then I'll probably pair them together for a really low price. Tested the Dreamcast works. Don't have the RF cables for the Genesis. So I'll probably list them both for about $100 together, $120, and if anyone wants them, they can take them. But for this stuff, now that the cigarette smoke is out, we have the Sega Nomad, which actually is what caught my attention. And so this does work, however the screen is very dimmed out. I can't really show it right now because I don't have batteries in. I kind of plugged it into the wall with the adapter, but awesome system. As you can see, it does have some wear right there next to the buttons, and then the screen has an issue where it's like a light gray. It's not very, I don't know how to say this, but the colors just don't look good. It's very dim, so you can't really see much. And there is also a little bit of a crack right there too. So even for parts, these sell for about $150, which is pretty insane. But I mean, now that I think about it, I've never really seen a Sega Nomad, so it makes sense. They're pretty hard to come by. So this one was a surprise. It wasn't supposed to be included initially, but it's a Game Boy Pocket. Have not tested it yet. It seems to be in pretty decent condition, other than this back sticker being a little destroyed. But other than that, it looks pretty good, so not bad to pick up. And so now we have the games, which is the real reason why this kind of caught my attention, because I collect for the Dreamcast. Just to start us off, we have 3 Genesis games. We have a Mortal Kombat 3, Separation Anxiety, and Sonic and Tails 2. So, actually I think it's just Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's an off for resale version, so I'm pretty sure this came in a box Genesis variant. This one that I have, this wasn't the game that came with it. Separation Anxiety is a really cool game, or at least it looks really cool. Haven't played it that much, so I'm probably going to play this a little bit before I sell it on this Nomad. And then Mortal Kombat, just a fighting game to me. I know it probably is a really good game, but I don't really know much about it. Then going into the Dreamcast games, so I'll start off with Shenmue, which I already have, but it's a really good game. I've played only the beginning of it, maybe the first 10 minutes. But awesome game. I know it has some value, like a $30 type of value. We have Sword of the Berserk, which I never heard of, but I saw the value was like $50, which is pretty cool. This may be one of the games I end up keeping. The cigarette smells out already, so it works out for me. The next game we have is Sonic Adventure 2, The Trial. I honestly don't know what this is, and I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more, because when I saw it, I had no idea what it was, but it definitely looks pretty interesting. It's just a loose disc. Not sure if this was supposed to come in a double pack or anything, or if it was just a demo, but I'll look into that a little bit more. Then we have PSO, Phantasy Star Online. This is the first one. He had the second one in like a burned disc that I'm probably gonna throw in with the Sega Dreamcast. And then the two of the better games in my opinion are Sonic Adventure 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So this, I saw in the picture was the blue disc, and I knew right away it was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. No manual, unfortunately, but it does at least have the case. So we do have the back cover art. And then Sonic Adventure 2 I already have, so this is just a double that I'm gonna sell off. But two great games, both are gonna sell or trade very quickly. Probably gonna end up keeping this one. Discs are a little bit scratched up, so I haven't tested these all yet, but I'm hoping they work, and if they work, it could be great for me to keep or to sell off. But I mean, overall, even though this wasn't the best deal, I'm not gonna lose money, which is good. I'm gonna be able to add some stuff to the collection, which is good, but it's gonna take a lot more time than I really wanted it to, and sometimes, you know, that happens. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and hopefully this was somewhat helpful. Well, to be honest, this all looks great, right? Well, guess what? I did it again. So, found this lot. I posted on a local ad, and I said I'm looking for video games, collector video games. We sorted out a deal. I got all this for $380 with these three games as well. Only problem is this leaf green doesn't work. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But we have these three games as well. Got this all for $380. Got home, took off my mask, and then all of it smells like cigarettes again. So it's gonna be a lot of work to try to get the scent out of all of them, but there are a lot of really good games. Hopefully, I'm gonna go to the store, buy some dryer sheets, buy some Ziploc bags, and I'm just gonna hope for the best. But we'll kind of go through very quickly on everything. These are titles that I get often, so I'm probably not gonna talk too much about them. So, starting off with the main series line of Pokemon, we have a good amount here. Most of them are complete in box. I think just Pearl might not be, but we have, going down the line, Pokemon Moon, the big one, Pokemon Soul Silver, other big one, Pokemon Black 2. Always great to find those games. Pokemon Pearl, yeah, this is definitely light, so there's no manual on that one. And then Ultra Moon and Alpha Sapphire. And then for the spin-offs, it smells so bad just right now. Conquest, Ranger Guardian Signs, which I don't have, so probably gonna keep this one, and Rumble Blast. I think Conquest, I need the manual, but it doesn't seem to be in here, just the inserts. So most of this I'm probably gonna end up selling off. Only thing I'm gonna keep is going to be Guardian Signs, Pokemon Ranger. It's gonna take a lot of work to get this sent off. It's pretty bad. Oh, you missed Pokemon Y. How do you miss that? It's actually funny because I've never played that one. I played all the Pokemon games, never played Pokemon Y, so kind of fitting that I missed that one. And then we have 3 Fossil Fighter games. I know the DS ones go for a good amount. Both of them are complete too. Then we have Fossil Fighter Frontier. I'm gonna sell these, but I do kind of want to play them a little bit because I don't know anything about Fossil Fighter. And I mean, if they have some value, they have to be good games, right? Most of the time at least. So, gonna check those out before I sell them. Gonna have to clean a lot of these too. And this was the cool part. So, I think it was one of my previous videos, I got some Persona games for the PSP. So we have Persona 4 or Shin Megami Tensei. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But this was the special edition when he got it. He doesn't have the big box, but he does have the art book, which is kind of sick. I mean, or it's a design book. I don't know what this means, to be honest with you. I've never played any of them, but I mean, this is what it looks like. Kind of cool. I might play this a little bit before I sell it, just because these games look sick. Never played them though. Then we have Legend of Legacy, also an Atlas game with a little book as well. Let's see if I can go through really quick and show you guys what's in it. So I think this actually is an art book, and the other one is maybe more so of a strategy book. So pretty cool pickup for those. And now, going into like the miscellaneous titles, we have Golden Sun, A Link Between Worlds, and Bravely Default. Is it Default? Yeah. So I know Bravely Default is a good value game. And then these two, Golden Sun I think is always a fun game. It looks cool. Never played the DS one, and can't go wrong with the Zelda game, right? So that's it for the DS games. Then we have 4 on the console. I can't tell you how happy I am. I found Pokemon Coliseum 4 times. Never had the manuals written and everything. Now I finally have the manual for Coliseum. And this disc actually looks pretty good. It's from one of the local game stores, which I really like, and they take care of a lot of their stuff. They only accept games that have no scratching, basically, so I always like to buy from them. Then we have Battle Revolution. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! The Beginning of Destiny. I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Guy. And this is basically, I don't know if any of you have heard of Tag Force, but it's basically Tag Force for the console, which is pretty cool. Then I have another Windwaker HD. Always good to have. So I would say this lot is definitely worth it, but it's going to be annoying trying to store this all away in those Ziploc bags like I showed you before, and trying to get the scent out of everything and just hoping that this works, because I don't feel comfortable, selling something like this with a smell that is not very pleasant to a lot of people, and just hoping they don't notice. Like, I don't think that's something I would want to happen. So I'm gonna try my best to get the scent out of all of these, and if I can't, I'm gonna have to strategize what I'm gonna do next, because I have a lot of games now with a lot of cigarette smell. So I will keep you all posted on what I do, but yeah, I guess, it's a little bit harder now to kind of notice these scents, especially when you're all masked up. I don't smell it because I wear 2 masks. I try to be, as safe as possible. So I can't catch the scent of all these games when I'm meeting up, but, if there is a lesson to be learned, even if it's not directly related, people always say this all the time, but make sure you check every game, make sure you check everything, to make sure you're getting what you planned on. And sometimes, another thing is when you make offers to people, you have to prepare for stuff like this, where you might have to put in some extra work, or things might not even work out. I might not be able to get the scent off of all of these, and I might have to sell them for a much lower price than I originally thought. So I guess that's one thing to keep in mind through all of this. But actually, let me go through everything and say what I'm going to keep. So 100% keeping these 2 games. Never played Battle Revolution, and I love Tag Force growing up. So I'm keeping those. I am keeping... actually, that's probably it. I think I did mention I'm keeping something else, but can't think of it now. Oh, Pokemon Ranger, Guardian Signs. Never played that game. Looks pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the first Pokemon Ranger. So, yep, that's honestly the plan out of all this. I'll keep you all posted if there's any updates, but thank you all for tuning in, and take care.